Hi again, and welcome to our course. I want to give you an overview of what our course will be like. So first of all, in order to get into the course, I've logged into my PCC, and then you can either click on the computer icon in the upper right, which is probably behind my video, or you can scroll down to under PCC sites in quick links, D2L Brightspace login, and you'll hear this called D2L or Brightspace or D2L Brightspace. It's all the same thing. This is where all of our course materials are held. So you will see your own homepage here, which has all of the courses that you're taking. So, I'm going to click on our course. And this brings you to our course homepage. So first of all, I want to say that this is a web or online class. And what that means is we don't have any weekly meetings, but I am here to help you by email, phone, meeting on Zoom. We can even meet in person on the Southeast campus if you're nearby there. So please do reach out for any question. No question is too small or too large. And to make that easy for you, on the upper right here, I've got my picture and then how to contact me. So here's my email, my phone number, a text number just for business hours. If it's other than that, you can send me an email, and then as soon as I get back to work, I will reply to you. And then here is my Zoom link. So I will be available at these office hours on Zoom, so feel free to use that. There's also the tutoring info for our PCC Tutoring Center and our Western Consortium e-tutoring as well. Okay, so that's how to get a hold of me. Please do reach out if I don't want you to feel lost or alone or stuck. And so even when people feel really, really stuck, we can often get you unstuck in about a 15-minute conversation. So please do reach out if I can help in any way. And then on the left, you'll see our welcome announcement. And this is where I'm putting these videos. So you will see this one and then more after that. Okay, and that is all to help you get started in the class. So let's do an overview of just our whole course web page here, and then I'll go into the course information module and give you an overview of it. So for the tabs along the top, course home takes you back to this page right here. The house takes you out to all of your courses, or so do these squares. You can click on a different course there if you'd like. But in our class, if you want to stay there, click on course home. Content is where all of our content is going to be, our videos, our worksheets, all of that stuff. Discussions is where we'll have an introduction discussion and then also optional asking help discussions. Assignments is a quick link to get to assignments. They're also referenced in the content, but this is a quick way if you're like, I just need to upload or I just need to access an assignment. That's a quick way to do it. Zoom is another way you can get to my Zoom link, but this one is probably the fastest. Go. My Open Math is our free online homework system. I'm going to show you that in the next video, or a future video, and that'll be the next one. And then this is our free online textbook. This is a link to our Check Your Understanding quizzes, and then the gradebook. And then under more, might be getting behind my video now, there are a few more things. Class progress, where you can see how far you've progressed through the class. Class list, which has all of our student emails. And then the help, which is also great. There is a wonderful student help desk. If you're having technology issues and it might be beyond what I can do, you're welcome to ask me first. But if it's beyond what I can help with, then the student help desk is helpful for that. I contact them all the time for faculty questions. And there's an online tutoring link as well. Okay, so let's click on content. First, you'll see this overview, which gives a little bit more context for our class. I understand it is a stressful time right now. That is continuing. And so I want to let you know I do have some flexibility, and I also have high expectations to go with that. So please communicate with me right away. If you have running into a barrier, just let me know and I will work with you. And I also have a social justice focus in my class. As with many academic subjects, primarily white voices have been centered. And so I want to expand that so that we are hearing more voices. And this is a wonderful statistician, Dr. David Blackwell. I'll let you read a little bit more about him, and there's another biography about him and his contributions to the field of statistics. After you get through the overview, then I want to look on the left here. Table of contents will list all of our modules out at once. I prefer to go into these individual ones. So the first one on the left here is Intro to Online Learning. And this is in every web class. These are the same. So these are standard PCC videos about D2L and how to use it. So please, if you're brand new to PCC or using D2L, feel free to go through these. Or if you just want a refresher, feel free to use any of those. Those are optional for our class. Here is where you want to start. Course information. Start here. So this is our course information module that has the syllabus and all that stuff. You're going to want to do this by the first Wednesday. A message there. So I'm going to walk you through. If you're new to D2L, treat this like a checklist. This is the recommended order to go through things. You can skip around if you need to, but I've put these in the recommended order to go through. So each week will have an introduction of what it's about. So here we've got the class, we've got the learning outcomes, not for the class, but for this module, for the course introduction, and the different activities involved. And then you can either go forward with this arrow on the right, down below, there's also one up above, or you can go back using these links. It's up to you. Okay, the next part is a land acknowledgement and Indigenous data sovereignty acknowledgement. So you might be familiar with land acknowledgements. Please take the time to read through this. And then also data is very important, that Native nations have control over their own data. So I've added that into the land acknowledgement, and there's some more resources if you're interested there. Next is the instructor information, just a little bit more information about me if you're interested in learning more about my background and experience. One thing about me is I always got help with math. So I always loved math, but I always had to work really hard at it, and I always got help. So in high school, I was with my teachers like every lunch hour and every chance I got. And then in college, I did all my homework in the Math Learning Center or with a study group. So it's not necessarily something that always came easy, but I had to work really hard at it. Okay, I'm gonna go back this way. Okay, next is the syllabus. I won't read through the entire thing. I'm just gonna go through an overview. So please do read it yourself. It is a contract between you and me. So if you have, need any clarification, please let me know. And first of all, I've got my values here that I really honor and recognize and love working with all of our students and all the aspects, diversity, all the intersections of identities. I am really, that's why I love working at a community college. So you do belong here at PCC, and I value all the differences. And here's a wonderful quote from a previous student that really summarizes the class, I think. And they said, "The biggest thing I bring with me today is that who controls the numbers has a big say in what narrative is constructed with them. Knowledge and being able to share that knowledge is power. I'm inspired by you to seek meaning in the numbers in ways I haven't before." So that is a really good overview of my philosophy of teaching this course. Okay. Here is our course information. And you'll notice here are the 2 proctored tests. I'll get to the dates on the course calendar. All of my information again. And then communication guidelines, materials. This is where you'll find your course ID and enrollment key for the free online homework system. Also, I've mentioned it in emails to you, but there is a packet that you can either print yourself or you can buy from the bookstore, and that has all the pages you need for the course. It has all the pages to write notes on, all the weekly activities, all the assignments, and the reviews for the tests. So please do either print that or get it from the bookstore. You can write on plain paper, but we do have a lot of graphs and things like that that are pre-printed on the pages. Also, the Word versions are in the course as well, so you're welcome to use that if you'd rather type. Okay, then our course description talks about the class organization. I'll show you this on the calendar. Adjusted order for each module, technology requirements, more help, the student help desk information and accessibility information, our learning activities and graded elements. So there's a little blurb about each type of activity we have in the class. Tests, there's our late work and makeup policy. I do have a flexible policy, so if you find you need an extra day or 2 on something, please email me. It's always better to reach out to your instructor before a deadline than after, but please do reach out as soon as possible, even if it is after, and just let me know. So I'm willing to work with you, but I also have very high expectations, so I still expect you to complete everything and try to get 100% in all of your online homework and things like that. Here are all the points in the class. And then the grading scale is by percentage or points, either way you want to look at it. And then at the end here we have all of our PCC information. PCC is a sanctuary college. We have our non-discrimination statement. If you find that you're experiencing any kind of harassment or discrimination, you can, if it's in our class, please let me know. If it's outside of that, you're also welcome to let me know, and I will help you and help refer you to the right place. But here is also a phone number and our equity and inclusion email address and some websites with more information. Okay? PCC and I really want to foster a safe and healthy learning environment. So please do reach out if you're experiencing anything. More PCC information about deadlines, rights and responsibilities, academic integrity. I do expect everyone to do their own work. If you are working with someone, that is recommended. Like I just said, I worked in study groups, so it is wonderful to work with other students. Just make sure that you're writing your own answers, your own calculations, your own writing in your own words. Okay, that is very important. So no 2 assignments should look identical. No 2 answers should look identical. Information about accessibility and accommodation. So if you're working with the Accessible Ed office, I am more than happy to work with you. Just let me know. And privacy policies for all of our online tools that we're using, more resources, and flexibility. Okay, that's our syllabus. That was just a very quick overview, so please do take the time to read through that. The next thing is our course calendar. And often students will print this out. You can shrink it down to get it onto 2 pages. It's also, I've attached it onto the syllabus that I sent you in an email. Here is our general weekly pattern, and then below that we have the calendar itself. So once you get into this pattern, it'll flow from week to week. So that's why I keep the same pattern. Our test weeks are a little bit different, but this is for all the other weeks. On Monday, the content modules begin. Now they are usually open earlier as long as they're ready. So you can work ahead if you'd like. You can, balance your workload with other classes or work, family responsibilities. So generally we start on Monday, and the first thing you'll be doing is watching videos and taking notes. Okay? I'll show you what the notes pages look like. Then by Thursday at 11:59, there are some check your understanding questions due. And these have a few questions mostly over concepts to double check that you're understanding. And these, you have unlimited tries on these, okay? So there's no harm in guessing, and often you can use them as part of your learning process. So you have unlimited tries. Then you're going to work on the participation worksheets or activity worksheets. Okay, and the solutions are provided for these. So try working through it yourself first, because that's the best way to test your understanding, and then check your work using the solutions. And similar to the working on assignments, when you write out your work, it should not be identical to the solutions. You should be writing it out in your own words. These will be turned in around the test times. Okay, now these can go interchangeable. You could do the worksheets first and then the quizzes, or quizzes and then the worksheets. Those two are kind of interchangeable. Of course, you're going to attend office hours and tutoring, get help, post questions in My Open Math and D2L as needed. And then by the next Monday night, so instead of Sunday night, I give you Monday because you can reach out for help on Monday. So every week we'll have My Open Math, the free online homework due, and then we'll have a written problem set that you'll upload the assignment folder. Okay, so Monday to Monday, and then ideally the second Monday you're just finishing up a few things and maybe asking for clarification or help from me during student office hours, but it's mostly done, and then you can start on the next module. Here are our 2 exam days and times. So we'll have our midterm on this day and our final on this day. Okay. And I'll say a little bit more about that later on as well. So here's our actual calendar. So this goes week by week. I have a separate one for the course information module, so please finish that by the first Wednesday of the term. I will be reaching out to those who haven't, and you can be dropped from the class if you don't participate in the class. So I will be reaching out to you, but if I can't contact you and you haven't done anything, you may be dropped from the class. Try not to do that, but it does happen sometimes. So if you're running into barriers the first few days, please reach out to me. Then we have our module 1. So you can see for each week, it talks about what sections of the book we're working with, which check your understanding quizzes are to be done. And we always have My Open Math homework, and then we always have a graded problem set. So these are the things that are due on the right hand side. And if there's any holidays on Monday, then things are due on Tuesday. Okay, so goes through each module. And then our midterm week is a little different because we don't have new content, but we have a proctored test. Same with our final week. Okay, so that's our course calendar. Next is a link to My Open Math. You'll be setting up your account, and I have another video to show you all about that. So I'm not going to show you that right now. I'll just go back to that in a video. Getting through our course information here. Okay, Proctors Exams form. So here's a form for you to let me know. Again, we've got our test days and times up here. Please put in your email and your name, and then there's a few options here. If you plan to attend the test at the Southeast campus, that's great. No further work is done. If you do live outside the Portland, Oregon area, you can find a proctor near you. It would be a local college, community college, or a college or university near you. You would look for their testing center and contact someone there and ask if you can take a test there. There might be a fee for that, okay? Or you may have testing accommodations through Accessible Ed. You can let me know that here. Or if you have any other circumstances or concerns, please mark that, and then you can let me know in this box here. Okay, that way we can figure out what all is going on as far as testing. Okay, then a couple more things. These are unique to the very first week. There's an introduce yourself discussion. You'll be uploading a photo of something. It can be yourself or something about you or your life. And just answer these four bullet points. And that's by the first Wednesday night. Then you have until the following Monday to reply to at least 2 classmates. So all the instructions are written in here. I won't be commenting very much on those because I'll be commenting on your mathography. So the mathography is just a little more information to help me get to know you. And this is private to me, so I will be the only one reading this one. So if there's any concerns that you'd like to share or questions you have for me, you're welcome to write in here also. So here's 4 things to write about in there. It can be a Word doc, Google Doc, and then you can upload it into the assignment folder. If you're using a Mac, D2L does not read pages files. So if you do something and it has .pages, just turn it into a PDF export. Okay. There is, in each module, there's a place to ask questions. So these are optional, but please do feel free to use that. And you can post anonymously. A little box check. If you want to ask a question anonymously, you're welcome to do that. Okay, we have learning outcomes for the entire course. And then we have our first check your understanding quiz. So these are kind of some silly questions just to reinforce this course information. Course information. Okay, so that is our likely first module. That's our course information. Okay, the only other thing I want to say before we go to the next video, in the next video I'm going to go through module 1, so a typical content week module. Before I do that, there's 2 more things I want to show you in here. Pages to print or buy from the Southeast Bookstore. So this is the packet that has all of the pages you'll need for the course. So I've probably already emailed this to you a couple times. You can print it yourself, single-sided or double-sided, or you can get it from the PCC bookstore. You can also print it from campus if you'd like, from one of the libraries. So this has all of the lecture note pages. So in the videos, when we're writing on the paper, these are the same papers that we're writing on. And then we have the activity worksheets, that's the practice with real data, then the graded problem sets, then practice for the midterm. So 134 pages. You're going to be learning a lot this term. So often each video is 1 page of notes. So for example, you would see the video called Intro to Statistics, and this is where you can write for that video. And it's pre-printed so that you don't have to write every single thing. You can focus on listening, but then you can also write what we're writing in the videos. Then reading data and analyzing data and so forth. Okay? So it's really important to get that so you can get started in the class. And then the next one is resources. So how to scan your assignment pages. If you haven't uploaded assignments before, here's a way how to do it. You use a free app on your phone, or you can use a scanner on campus or another scanner. Here we also have just a lot of PCC resources. Financial, counseling, tutoring, Microsoft Office. You can get free Office for students, a Zoom student guide, study tips and tools, glossary of statistical terms, some helpful settings in Brightspace, and some screenshot tools. Okay, so this is quite a long video. I will see you in the next video where we'll go through an overview of Module 1. Okay, see you in the next video.